Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Crestwood Boys Lacrosse. Head coach Brian Zabroski joining us right now. We're going to be joined by senior Tanner Kahlau momentarily. But Coach Zabroski, boy, what a find Tanner Kailua is. I mean, he is as tough as nails. He plays football, he plays hockey, and he plays lacrosse. They don't make him much tougher than Tanner.
No, they certainly don't. I'll tell you, when it comes to athleticism and just basically a nose for the game, you know, like you just said, it doesn't matter what sport it is. He finds his way to get in there and have an impact on the game for whatever he's doing.
Let's talk a little bit about his position on the field. He's probably a versatile guy where you could put him anywhere, but where's he currently playing and how well is he doing this season?
Well, right now we have him as a long stick mid. Basically, his job on faceoff is to be the first one in there and make sure he gets possession for us, and he's doing an outstanding job doing that. The face-off guys have two ways of doing it. They either push it to themselves or pull it back to one of their teammates. In our particular case, with a guy like Tanner who can basically suck up ground balls and has the speed and agility to, once he gets the ball, get it down to our attack, it's basically a perfect scenario whether we have either one of our face-off guys in there.
Brian, you talk about his skill set out there for you. You call upon him to probably do whatever you need. You mentioned a little bit about snaring those ground balls like they're going out of style. But talk about his ability level, what he could do as an athlete. And I'm sure sometimes you're like, man, that's Tanner.
Exactly. I mean, you know, it's one of those positions where last year we had some injuries on the defense, and he ended up moving from long pole down and played down to our baseline defense. You can put him on a guy when you want to lock somebody out, and you can, just rest assured that Tanner's going to be right on him. He just has this, he has an instinct in him to basically move to where the play is going to go, move to where the ball is going to go. And then once he gets it, his speed and his quickness getting it downfield, he's is about as sure thing as you can have on a nice ride in lacrosse, which is getting the ball from the defense end of the field down to the attack side.
And, Coach, one more thing. It appears, we'll ask Tanner this question, but it appears as he may go in the ice hockey direction for his future. I'm sure you're going to be sad to say, man, this kid's a pretty darn good lacrosse player. You'd love to see him play at the next level.
I would. He has opportunities for all of the sports that he plays. I know that there's a home out there for him in lacrosse, but I know that his passion is with ice hockey. I know that's one of his pursuits right now. He's trying to find those opportunities outside. He's gone to a lot of tryouts for juniors and stuff right now. But any coach that picks him up, whether it's lacrosse, football, or hockey, they know they have an asset on their hands. And he just brings a whole new dynamic to the team. And he kind of has that X factor. So, I wish him a lot of luck, whatever path he chooses, and hopefully he finds success.
Brian, I want to thank you for your time as we move along, and we'll talk with Tanner Kailua right now. Thank you.
Sounds great.
Hello?
Tanner, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. All right, we're going to do a little edit right now, and then, so this isn't live, it's taped, so, all right?
Oh, okay.
All right, here we go. Well, thank you so much, Coach Brian Zabroski from Crestwood, joining us here on the John Mendola Show. Let's move along now to this senior, Tanner Kailua. And, Tanner, for you, mentioned to Coach, you're just one heck of an athlete, but the toughness is just unbelievable. I don't think I remember a kid, and, of course, lacrosse is pretty new here in northeastern Pennsylvania, but that played football pretty darn hard, ice hockey, and, of course, lacrosse. Tell us a little bit about that mindset you have, because you get after it.
Oh, yeah. Thanks so much, by the way. But, I just started up playing hockey, and then I chose football, and I just picked up lacrosse recently. But just whatever sport I play, I just try to use my athleticism to my advantage, even if I might not have, the skills at first, because they'll come later. I just try to go, as hard as I could, do what I can right, and work it from there.
Well, there's guys that are fast, guys that are quick. I think the word I would use to describe you would be explosive. Talk about where that came from and whether it's on the ice or on the field and doing one of those other sports. You just have that ability to kind of grind it up really quick and then take off.
Yeah, I definitely think I developed my explosiveness from playing hockey at a young age, because there's a lot of quick stops and starts when you play ice hockey. So that's where I think I got it. It definitely helped me out in football a lot, running through holes and just making quick moves. And in lacrosse, that's pretty much my deal. I play long stick midi, so I just get the ball and then try to be explosive and run up to the attack. So I just try to use my explosiveness to my advantage all the time.
Tanner, let's talk a little bit about your experience there at Crestwood, because there's been some great athletes around you. Let's first go back to football 2 years ago. It was a really special year for you guys, and those guys have moved on to do different things. And then let's talk a little bit about what that was like for you to go through that with really a special team.
Oh, my junior year was pretty much just a dream come true. We had some amazing seniors, Sean Geigelbinger and Jay Popson, some great leaders. They really just pretty much showed everyone like what they expected, and made sure everyone was competing at their best at all times and brought out the best out of everybody. Yeah, that junior year, just playing those football games, that was a great time, and we knew that we were a pretty good team from the start, so we had a lot of confidence, and that whole year was just fun, practice and games and everything. Tanner,
let's go over to ice hockey, where your team did some great stuff and did something that a team in northeastern Pennsylvania really hasn't done. You won some games down there. I think it was the Flyers Cup. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Crestwood's been trying to get into the Flyers Cup for a couple of years, but last year, my junior year, was the first year we got the invite. And we came in as a pretty big underdog. No one really expected us to do anything. And we won the first 3 games and shocked some people down there. So we got the invite back this year. We won our first game. We could have won the second game too, but we gave it up a little bit. But that hopefully just throughout the next couple of years, Crestwood keeps getting an invite back to the tournament, because it's a great experience, and it's really something to look forward to after the season ends. It's a really awesome experience.
Let's talk about this shot in the arm lacrosse program in Mountaintop, Mille Lacs, Crestwood, the boys lacrosse, the girls. You got a couple great guys around you as coaches that really love the game and teaching everybody there in Mountaintop.
Oh, yeah. Coach Zabroski and Coach Kapp do a great job, because they know a lot of the kids that come out at first don't really know a lot about lacrosse because it's relatively new. Like most of the guys I'm playing with now didn't play when they were young, which that's going to be different because now kids are starting while they're young. So the sport's just only going to grow and just get more skill to it because the kids are going to be playing since they're young. But Coach Zabroski and Coach Kapp definitely do an amazing job of helping us out and explaining the game to us. And they just make everyone a better lacrosse player.
Tanner, let's talk a little about those future endeavors for you. And talking to Coach Zabroski, he said, hey, man, Tanner's been doing a lot of these ice hockey workouts. Tell us about what your future is going to be like. And it's not probably set yet, but tell us about some things that you're trying to poke at, and hopefully something's going to land soon.
Yeah, right now I'm focusing on hockey. As you just said, I'm skating a couple times a week and working out at the gym. My plan for next year is I'm going to be playing junior hockey. I'm not sure for which team yet. I had a couple tryouts and a couple coaches talking to me, so I just have to make the decision of what team I want to play for. And then from there, hopefully the year after that, I get some looks from college schools or a scholarship even, and hopefully that's the main goal, so hopefully that works out that way.
Well, sounds like a pretty neat plan and a different path than most kids in high school, but it's one I think that's going to work for you. How about your family, Tanner? Talk a little bit about them. I'm sure there's been a lot of miles on the car driving you places, especially with hockey.
Absolutely. My dad's been awesome just through everything because, I mean, I'm lucky. I get to sit in the passenger seat and sleep for most of the drive, and he's the one driving the whole time and finding the hotels, finding the rinks, and he's never said no, which is awesome. He's just always up for taking me to hockey places to get me exposure and just making me better. And pretty much just everything with athletics, he's always been a great supporter for me, and it's been awesome. He's really my steady guy there.
Well, Tanner Kailua, probably one of those guys that did not get enough attention, although I find him to be one of the better athletes here in northeastern Pennsylvania over the years. Tanner, congratulations on a great career, continued success with lacrosse. I know you guys are trying to see if you can pull off another district title, and the best of luck in your ice hockey career as well.
Thank you so much.
Tanner Kailua from Crestwood here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.